So yeah, anyway, the Django really being my favorite support item in the recent game. It's just the bonus, the attack damage it gives you, the bonus stat for the price. Yeah, it's relatively expensive for the price. You know, maybe 750 gold spent better on a bracer, but it does give you really good stat, really good damage, and then specifically in a tri-lane, in terms of pushing as well, has super good advantages, and really just an amazing bonus for your team and for your tri-lane. Look, just something else very interesting to note over here. The Medusa is now sitting at 211 farm in 24 minutes. So she's going at roughly almost 10 creeps a minute, which is ridiculous. Heyo farming like an absolute beast. He's probably finished he's definitely finished his Manta Style by now. The frost armor on all of these heroes being placed by Lich, so they look like they're going to be heading for a push. Pugna doing the very good thing of being aggressive, balling, pushing into this lane as far as possible. Going to put up a ward, hiding over here, sneaky ward over there, trying to prop up some ninja skills. They're going to go into this tower here. They do have their creeps. No creeps have spawned yet. They're going to spawn in 9 seconds now. And in that time, this tower is probably going to go down. No response so far. From CH. They are pushing on the mid lane here, so they're going to try to get their return racks, but that's not going to happen. I don't think it's a worthwhile trade. Specifically, yes, they did get a top tower at the same time, but 5 heroes for them are not actually pushing the mid tower. Only 3 of them pushing it, compared to the 4 that were pushing, the 5 that were pushing the bot lane for Nirvana. So Nirvana doing the absolutely heroic thing of pushing the bot lane much faster. They had 5 heroes here. They were able to push it much faster. They were able to push the bot much faster than CA were able to push the mid tower. And in the end of the day, they managed to get the racks and come back in time before CA could actually get the mid racks. So very well played on Nirvana here. Definitely the advantage slowly but surely swinging to them. Doing another quick creep check, we have 116 only on the Morphling, which is, yes, that is now half the farm that is on a Medusa, and when you have half the farm on a you have twice the farm on a Medusa compared to the Morphling. Another kill being picked up here by DGC on the Venomancer. He's going down like absolute wildfire at the moment. He's almost as squishy as a Crystal Maiden, which is really impressive if you're able to pull that off as a Venomancer. Being as squishy as a Crystal Maiden is really something to try and aspire to as a Dota hero. If you ever wondered, if there was anything, like more a Medusa here, if Medusa could ever aspire to something and aspire to be as squishy as a Crystal Maiden, it would pretty much be the most hard thing to do in Dota. You'd have to just not level any spells, pick up no items, and even then she'd still be more tank than a Crystal Maiden. So it's actually quite a difficult thing to be as squishy as a Crystal Maiden, but the Venomancer is pulling it off particularly well into this game. Really got it down to a T, doing an awesome job for his team at the moment. Phase boost now picked up on the Witch Doctor, in fact, so she hasn't gone for the usual intel trades or for mana boots. I do think the mana boots is just a better option for the whole team. The whole team needs mana. Definitely the Medusa is going to benefit in terms of the bonus mana that she's going to get from it. I think the mid tower is going to go down here, and this is going to be racks for them. We do see Medusa popping her Manta Style. In fact, her split shot is just raping everything on the map. Venomancer is just going to go down so quickly. Split shot takes down the tower. In fact, pipe being popped here, so pipe and urn going off for the Pugna. This Morphling is probably going to get on. No, Morphling, everything surviving on ridiculously low HP. It's actually Morphling doing there. But the problem with Morphling having to morph and initiating a fight, as soon as he starts morphing to strength, he can't put out any DPS. Doesn't have the items at the moment. Does have a Mantle Style, but that's simply not enough to compete against this insane pushing lineup here, ranked up by Nirvana.cn. This Medusa just did a severely good job, sitting at 260 creep kills in 27 minutes. That's 10 creep kills a minute. Converting that into the late game, it would just be amazing. I mean, Nirvana didn't even need to end in 27 minutes. They could have waited out for this game. They could have waited this game out for 60 minutes, and they definitely would have won it. This Medusa would have just got every possible item in the game. She would have finished her, because she probably got a complete item set within the next, 15 minutes or 20 minutes, got a complete item set. We do see a Morphling balling in here, heal going off by the Witch Doctor, but Morphling popping his Manta Style, getting stunned, however, by the Witch Doctor. So he's going to be able to get out of the life. We do see, in fact, the Nirvana trying going for the top racks. Venomancer just has no chance, popping its wards, just dealing more damage to himself than I think he's dealing to everyone else. Morphling trying to get out of there alive, surviving on 55 HP, Morphling everything strength. Clockwork going in, has got a Blade Mail. Blade Mail working on Clockwork, trying to kill off the Witch Doctor, but does get stunned by DGC. Great use of his micro there, by his creeps. Ultimate goes off from the Lich hitting one hero, bouncing once, but then Soul Assumption taking off everything else to the face. Nirvana China has now finished the max, the Raxes. This is going to be completely all Raxes finished. Creeps are now attacking the tower, GG being called by CEO, and so the game, in fact, does go to Nirvana China. Really well played by them. And even in my 6th state, I can appreciate a 25-minute, a 28-minute Medusa with Manta style Lincolns and 3,400 gold. Just so you know, that's probably a butterfly Manta style Lincoln Sphere in say 32 minutes for a Lincoln Sphere and a helm in 32 minutes for a Medusa. Say she could probably get that in 32 minutes. That is just ridiculously high farm. 3-0 for 3. The team scores in favor of Nirvana 25-8. CA really struggling here in terms of the gameplay. This Clockwork was very effective in the early game, getting 4 for 1, laning against this Pugner. But unfortunately, the Pugner just being able to survive up long enough, getting able to farm up much faster, does manage to pick up against you at the end of the game. Not many other items being completed. The mech and your gem being finished. Like I said, the point out, the gem was really a good turning point, making it very hard for CA to defend against this very beefy lineup presented to you by Nirvana. Just a super good play all around. CU really struggling on the Venomancer. If I'd seen him playing on an Invoker, I would think CA would have done better. But so very good picks and bans here by Nirvana China. Very beefy lineup being assembled here. But definitely, I must say that the game was won with the top lane and the bot lane here. Mid lane was sort of irrelevant in terms of the game. The Pugner against the Clockwork was sort of irrelevant. Definitely the fact that you're laning a Windrunner against a Medusa in the top lane, allowing this Medusa to farm up it's just so heavily, and without any effective gangs being being utilized against that Medusa, this Windrunner was unable to compete, specifically when Medusa's Mystic State hit a high enough level. Medusa just got pushed out the lane. This Medusa was able to farm up as so much HP, and with the extreme killing tri-lane brought to you here by Nirvana with this Lich, with the Witch Doctor, and with the Visage being played by DGC like an absolute pro, getting 11 for 2 for 7. That's how you play a Visage, just picking up kills everywhere, pipe and Urn, just making him such a beefy hero, picking up some insane kills. But that killing Trident just pushed down or held down this Morphling. Morphling only had about 46 creep kills in 20 minutes, so not 20 minutes, but in like 16 minutes or something like that. At which stage the Morphling had, the Medusa had 3 times his farm. Did manage to catch up farm at some level of the game, was able to farm top and bot quite effectively, but just can't compete against 268 farm when you've only got 126. So because the Morphling just wasn't able to farm up as much as this Medusa, and because I think the early game nukes presented you by Nirvana China were just utilized better. Roaming prowess was utilized better. The China was utilized better. Gang heroes more. So although the early game did go in favor of CA, the later early game and definitely the mid game just went to Nirvana, and that just allowed them to transition so well. So Nirvana China winning in 28 minutes here. I think this was winning the first game of the esports championship. Nirvana gonna obviously progress through here. Expect them to do quite well, and expect to see them continuing in this sort of fashion. Very interested to see how CA can play. Maybe see them in another game. They're as I said, a relatively unknown team, so I'm excited to see how they're going to turn out in another game. And on that note, guys, GG. I'll check you next time.